So we're out here comparing all of the four-wheelers today. This is the tried and true Honda 4Trax 300. I think everybody that's ever ridden four-wheelers has ridden something pretty similar to this. Old school foot shift, air cooled, and the lot. So we move over here, 2009 Grizzly 700, fuel injection. So a big step up in that department. Also about 3 times the horsepower here on the Grizzly. And then we move over to the Can-Am, which is also fuel injected, but we also add power steering. Aside from that, this is a base model. It is just a 450 Outlander. We did go ahead and add the XT model bumpers front and rear, which really helps out. And also, we all ditched the stock tires. No stock tires are good on any four-wheelers that we've ever ridden. Here we're running the Amazon Special, the Sun F tires, and so far they've actually been really good. They're very, very similar to a Bighorn tire and seem to be holding up just fine. Bryce is sitting on the Grizzly over there with the mud lights, kind of the old school ITP tried and true. And here we're on the Dirt Devils on the old 4Trax.
Yeah, now you start to speed. Hold it for a little bit longer. There you go.
All right, Chad, get going. Chad found the parking brake.
Oh, there it is.
You got it?
This rear brake?
Yeah.
Getting the camera pointed at it.
I think part of it's just the lack of power steering. I think you really feel a lot more. Plus, that one has more even weight distribution. This one feels so front heavy.
Yeah, this is amazing at speed.
Yeah.
Like that, you get too fast, you get like side to side.
You get this, which could just be it's starting to wear, but I think part of it is just the weight distribution. That having the fuel tank that far back.
You get air, it's just like you glide.
But it's so smooth. Yeah. You know, you don't hit. There's no abrupt.
Like that. 5 minutes, I was like, my arms hurt. This, I feel fine.
Yeah, my hands are getting tight just sitting on it.
Yeah, it does.
All right.
Everything my whole body is.
Yeah, well, you got to be on that.
Did you see me jumping?
No.
I saw you. We're dancing.
Was it awesome?
It was.
Awesome.
Have you tried jumping this yet?
Yeah, it flies good. The landing is a little rough.
Landing's not good.
No.
Landing is not good. This jump.
Oh yeah.
This thing of speed is incredible.
Yeah, we were cruising 30-ish coming through there.
Yeah, we're going pretty quick.
All right, get to the trucks.
I've changed my mind now. From there to here, I changed my mind.
It's a big difference.
That's a huge difference.
Yeah.
Whether it's brand new, different design.
But that's why I went with a 450, because this and that are the exact same price. Like a 700 non-power steering, whereas 450 with power steering. If anything, this is more expensive.
I started on medium max. Let's try to.
All right.
Not that much different though.
Go ahead, Chad. So we cleaned up the machines a little bit here, and you can really get a better look at those Sun F tires, the Amazon specials as we'll call them. But overall, these tires have held up great. They're very similar to Bighorns, which are a very popular tire with the off-road segment right now. And they are non-directional. They do have all sorts of good deep lugs there. And in the dust and in the mud, they have held up rather nicely. So all in all, we got about 23 miles of trail riding done that day, and all of us had a really great time. But as we went, the machines really started to separate themselves, and a lot of it kind of relates back to the name of each machine. Now, the 4Trax, the 1990 Honda, really is a great and reliable machine, and that's one of those machines, you know, it'll leave 2 tracks going out, 2 tracks coming back, 4 tracks. But that kind of is the post-apocalyptic four-wheeler, in my opinion. You know, it may not be the most sporty, but in an end-of-the-world scenario, it's going to be cockroaches, Twinkies, and a 4Trax. So it is certainly a reliable machine. But then moving towards the Grizzly, it is kind of just that. It has all sorts of power and brute force, but it's not the most nimble, and it is considerably heavier than the other 2 machines. And you know, you can definitely take that thing anywhere with the front locker and the good 4-wheel drive system that Yamaha has, and it is a pretty sturdy machine. But overall, it isn't quite as nimble, and that weight really does start to become apparent after a couple miles. Then there's this Can-Am Outlander. Outlander meaning the new kind of face to the game. You might not think of Can-Am when you start thinking of utility machines, but this is a really good addition to the segment. It feels much sportier than the other 2 machines. It feels like it's in a whole new era with the power steering, with the trailing arm suspension out back. This one really does feel like a cross between sort of a utility machine and a sport machine. And really, with speed, this one becomes more and more rewarding. As you continue to push it, it really does smooth out. It kind of does have that sportier nature to it. But overall, it does still have the front and rear cargo racks. It is still very capable when it comes to towing. And overall, I am very, very happy with my new purchase of this Can-Am Outlander. Also, with this one being a 450, it's about 10 horsepower short of that Yamaha Grizzly 700, but it doesn't really feel like it. That one does have a little bit more brute force and straight line speed, but when you really start getting into more technical trails, you have to slow down, and this one feels more than competent. But let us know what you think in the comments below, and let us know what you think about our new direction here with the channel a little bit while we're now taking on 4-wheelers. Let us know if you have any suggestions for future videos. Thank you all very much for watching. Have a fantastic week, everybody. We'll catch you next time. Chad.
He said hang on. I clicked it on before he said hang on.
Well, how'd it get hot just from you sitting on it?
It was
It's
hot
been hot
before.
sitting here.
Now you made it mad. It'll turn off eventually.
I'll take a